Hello and welcome to Construction Wolf. This time I'm very fortunate to be reviewing these Series 26 Space minifigures. These are not officially supposed to launch until the 1st of May, but this is about a week and a half earlier that I'm filming this. I don't know why, but for whatever reason a supermarket chain in the UK called Morrison's just put them out on the shelves. I heard about this and got a tip off, and I thought let's just chance it after work, go down and have a look, and very luckily they were just there on the shelves. So what I did was I had a look in the box, and you get 36 in the box, and the majority of them are still there. Only a few people had brought a handful for themselves. So I thought this is a great chance to try and get all 12 in the series right now. And probably many of you know from my previous videos, LEGO converted last year from the blind bags, where you could actually feel through the bags to sort of feel the piece types in there, and then work out what minifigures are inside to get the ones you want. So last September for the Marvel Series 2 minifigures, they converted to these these blind boxes where you couldn't just feel inside. And the only real way at the time to work out what was inside was using these precision scales. So I bought some of these and then was in the store weighing them and then comparing them to weight guides. And that actually did work out, and I got all the minifigures I wanted that way. But then in January this year, when the Series 25 came out, I found weighing them, a lot of the minifigures, their weights overlapped, so it's very hard to determine which was which. And then also the packaging I worked out had quite a few variables, which I did to the discrepancy in the ranges. So weighing wasn't really a viable option anymore. But fortunately, from the Series 25, LEGO had converted these smaller barcodes to these sort of larger QR codes, and someone very clever worked out that you could use these to work out what was inside. You could zap them and it generated a number, and you can compare the number to the reference guide to then work out what's inside. But now actually someone's actually developed an app, I think through maybe the Brick Fanatics website. They've sort of created this app, and you can just literally zap the barcode and it shows you a picture of what's inside. So that's what I've done. So let's take a look at that working in action now. This is the Brick Search app then that I told you about, and you can get it on the App Store, and I think probably on Android Store as well. So just click in here like so, and you'll see it brings up the page, and you've got this photograph option to scan the QR code. So just tap on that and get yourself at the ready, and you see I've got all my minifigures here to zap. Just for those of you that are interested, I'll show you the front of the box, and I like the space logo with the silver on the side there. So you'll see the barcode told you about the sort of QR code here. I find it best to cover up this other barcode, otherwise you'll accidentally maybe zap that. And then just hold it over like so. Just try to look down the phone, down the iPad, there we go. You'll see it zaps in, and it tells us it's a space mutant. So let's see if that's right then. So this is the first one I'm doing with this app. I've got my trusty measuring jug here, which I can use to show you the contents as they drop in. So I'll just open the box, and hopefully this app works. And yes, it's the space mutant there. I can see the sort of colour of the green, and it's got 2 arms on one side. Let's try one more. So that's telling me that's always is it Nurse Android yet with the pink space baby? So that's a really good one. So very hopeful that we've got that one. Oh yeah, definitely. I can see the pink space baby head. So I think you've got the idea now. It looks like this does work 100%. So I'm going to open the rest of these and build them, and we'll take a look at the actual minifigures themselves. So the Brick Search app was 100% perfect. I've got the full set. Just thought I'd show you any sort of spares that come with the figures I've left by the side, just so you can see if you're interested. And then we'll actually look at the figures detail. Funny enough, with this one here with the little green aliens, I've got 2 spare ones of those. So that was quite lucky. I'm not sure if that's a standard thing. No spares there. And there's this space figure gets a lot of spares, and then just a lot of pieces in general. Then a few of the M-Tron figure. I suppose it has the wig, which you can change this in the helmet. And then this little sort of droid comes with like a spare sort of, I'm not sure, they're making like whisking something there with a whisk. So let's take a look at the figures in detail. First up we have the Nurse Android then. So a lot of people's probably favourite is you got the pink space baby. You can even see the space logo printed on the little space baby's chest. Good to have another colour in the collection. And the android itself is pretty cool. You can see like she's got like sort of a nursing logo there. Let me just spin around. You see, even got some really good side print detailing. Actually, her arms, I don't know if you can see this, they're a translucent type blue colour. Yeah, so you probably see her arms are actually translucent. And then I like how the actual stands for the whole series have got stars on them, the sort of the space themes. That's quite nice to see. And then we just spin around, you can see the print detailing. on the back, and then the other arm again, good pre-detailing. Actually on the back of her head you'll see she's got this sort of power socket in the back. So yeah, it's the nurse android. This is the robot android. So I like this figure, as the legs are quite different to normal. It's not your normal legs, but sort of one piece, and it's like sort of little tracks that they've put. So that's just quite different. Obviously they can't, move in any way. Good print detailing on the front with the screen and the dials, and then the actual butler's, sort of whipping up looks like some sort of dessert if you see inside the pot. And the headpiece is quite nice, with the green translucent globe over the head, and you can see the sort of face detailing. And on the back you'll see there's sort of more detailing. Actually the arms too, so it's quite nice, lots of nuts and bolts on there. We've got sort of a classic tape player on the android on the back, and you see sort of this sort of little warning sign there. So that's the robot butler. Here's the alien tourist with the classic, sort of touristy camera. If I just move that down a bit, you can actually see some of the print detailing on the shirt. So yeah, quite a nice, sort of print detailing shirt with the dual molded, piece of the arms with the grey coming through. And it's good to see that the alien loves the Earth, so hopefully it won't be a hostile invader. And you can see the print detailing still goes onto the arms, and then the alien's got a backpack and got the little legs. And then the print detailing the shirt does go on the back as well, under the backpack. So that's the tourist alien. This is what LEGO call the retro space heroine minifigure. So you can see she's quite colourful, and it does look quite retro. Got a sort of little dress piece, and then really nice print detailing on the arms. The sort of the gold band there, and the sort of I guess it's like atomic sort of nucleus type thing. She comes armed with a gun. You can spin around here like a ponytail comes out of the helmet, which is sort of moulded in, which is quite nice. And then there's a little bit of back detailing, dual molded legs with the colour and the stripes again. If I take the helmet off, you'll see she has an alternative face. So put that back on, and then also we get this nice little robotic dog as well. You can see in the sort of metallic silver colour for LEGO, and sort of got sort of sort of roboty eyes. It's just quite a cute little different piece to have. So that's the retro space heroine. This is the Orion minifigure, and really one of the most impressive ones in the whole series. You can see sort of the glitter, sort of translucent, body parts here, like the legs and even the head, and the shield's translucent as well. And then you can probably see if I hold it in the right light that you've got the Orion constellation there, which is what gives this character name. Shield looks incredible, with the sort of silver print detail on the sides, and then the Orion, sort of constellation. If we turn around, you can see the figure, these translucent legs. And then see the back sort of silver print detailing. The only thing I'll say about this is the Orion's face is quite hard to see. You have to get it in the right light, and it's not like, say, the box. If I just get over where you'll see here. Anyway, if I just put the box there, you can see the coloration is more sort of a stronger blue, but on this figure, it's I don't know if there's they've changed it sort of partly through. You can barely see the face sometimes. So apart from that, though, it's a really good minifigure. This is the Ice Planet Explorer. So this actually holds quite a high retro value to me, because I had in the 90s, space LEGO minifigures, and that was the theme at the time, the Ice Planet. So it's really nice to see. When I first saw this, actually, I was a little bit maybe disappointed because they weren't as faithful to the original minifigures from Ice Planet as they could have been. But sort of reading like interviews from like designers, they said they're trying to make these as sort of companion pieces to the old sets. You can still maybe buy on the second-hand market. The older minifigures, so I can kind of see where they're going, and it's sort of grown on maybe a bit, and we'll have a look underneath in a bit to see that it's more faithful than it appears on the surface. You see that you've got the sort of classic translucent orange chainsaw. It's not quite the same hue, unfortunately, as basically they don't do the neon orange anymore, translucent, so they've just done the best they can, but it still looks really good. You see you've got this sort of more sort of body armor, which they didn't have in Ice Planet. Got the nice sort of Ice Planet logo there. The back, you've got these sort of studs here, but nothing goes on them, so it sort of slightly feels a little bit incomplete, like something should go on there, but nothing has done. You can see the back here as well. And then we've got the cute little sort of penguin. I don't know if that was a penguin in a suit or a robotic penguin, but I like how it sort of matches the thing with the the eyepieces and the Ice Planet logo. So we just popped the helmet on, and I will say actually it's disappointing that this figure didn't have a translucent helmet to see some of the face, like the classic Ice Planet. So that's what's like put me off. You can see the Ice Planet Explorer's face, and there she is sort of looking gnarled, and she's got a more happier face here, and she does actually come with this red wig you can pop on like so. There we go. So that's her hair, and I just want to show you underneath as well. And this is underneath the big sort of body armor. You can see that's more of a classic Ice Planet suit there. So that's quite nice to see actually. So I'm generally quite happy with this figure overall. This is the Blacktron Mutant. So one of these sort of Blacktron spacemen has been sort of converted in some way and sort of mutated half of his body. So you can see that this side is green, and I like how they've used, you know, different legs there, you know, sort of the normal leg compared to, you know, sort of this shaped leg, which I've seen on things like the Harpy before. You know, the previous minifigure series. And then you've even got the like 2 arms on this side compared to 1 on the other side. The only other time I've seen that is on, I think, on Stitch, wasn't it, on the Disney minifigure series last year. So it's quite something different to have. He's got like, you know, a nice little mohawk piece and this sort of respirator, I guess. And then a little bit of print detail on this back, but not too much. Obviously the classic Blacktron logo. That was a bit before my time, so down the retro feel for this as I did with Ice Planet. So we just have a look at the face. And that's the minifigure's face without the respirator on. This is the Alien Beetlezoid minifigure. So it does look quite scary, but seems to be holding, you know, some sort of like plant type thing, like maybe some food. So hopefully coming in peace. Very impressive minifigure, and I like this sort of the colour contrast with the sort of silver and pinks on the sort of blue body. Again, got the different legs, you know, like you've seen on the Mutant, shaped in a different way. And then the headpiece is really impressive on this minifigure. You see really good print detailing for the eyes. Got these sort of mandibles at the front for the mouth parts. And if we spin the minifigure around, you'll see at the back here, got quite a long, elongated, you know, sort of head. It's translucent as well, which is quite nice to see. But it's got me thinking like, oh, it'd be really amazing if LEGO made, you know, like an alien minifigure. That'd be really impressive because that's sort of approaching that shape. So maybe one day, you never know. And then we've got sort of wing pieces on the back as well, which is printed. So looks really good. This is the M-Tron Powerlifter. So this will be a lot of people's favourite minifigures. You know, that was what they grew up with. I think it's from the 80s. You know, so it's got that sort of retro vibes. And then you can see the classic sort of M-Tron, you know, sort of outfit really. Got good print detail on the legs there. And then if we spin around, you see different gauges on this sort of powerlifting, you know, suit that they're wearing. And I like the sort of the print on the side of the 2x1 tile. And then if we spin around, this is quite an impressive piece here. You'll see that sort of already built in when you get the piece. It's sort of rubberized texture and it's sort of flexible. So it sort of just plugs into the power pack, and then this sort of grabber can, you know, grab things. So yeah, very impressive minifigure. Then you can also see we've got like sort of a green tinge, which is supposed to be like sort of a visor on the helmet, but there isn't actually one there. If I just pull the helmet off here, you'll see what I mean. You can see there's that sort of green tinge, but it looks really good with the helmet on. And then you've got this sort of like heads up display there, and then around the other side you've got a normal face without the sort of visor on. This is the impostor minifigure. So you can see it looks very suspicious, sort of smile on his face. Very basic sort of outfit, you know, and body. Not really much print detail in there, but maybe trying to look less conspicuous, shall we say. Got a very sort of perfect haircut. And then you'll see these little aliens that come inside. You'll sort of see in a moment how that fits in. So yeah, again, very sort of basic on the back there. There's a sort of maybe like a valve to get in at the back, you can see printed, and they've got a sort of area that's popped out head, which would give something away that this sort of body is being controlled. And then if we just pop the head off, you can see here there's actually an alien on the inside, so that can maybe spin around and you can have the alien on the other side. So yeah, that's an interesting concept for a minifigure. This is the Flying Saucer costume fan figure. So you'll see actually the body actually blends into the actual plate that you get. It's all, you know, sort of black, and there's the same sort of space theme. But it does look quite good. Good print detail in there. A bit basic on the sides. And then I like how we've got, you know, a picture of like, you know, the Earth and the Moon on the back there. And nothing on the sort of the face apart from the one side. Interesting, it's you know, green. And then you'll see the underside, actually you can see like sort of the underside of a UFO. So yeah, quite an interesting minifigure, but probably not one of my favourite ones of the set. Last up, but very certainly not the least one, is this minifigure, which is the spacewalking astronaut. So you'll see very impressive, you know, with the sort of you've got this sort of a backpack type system, which I've never seen on a LEGO minifigure before. And you know, you've got all sorts of little controls you'll see there that they can use to, you know, sort of propel themselves with the suit with this little jetpack. Good print detail on front. I like the little space logo there, and different sort of elements on the sides as well, such as the light. So yeah, it's quite cool what they've done, and obviously the big space logo on the back. That's always good to see. And then if we spin around to see the face, unfortunately this doesn't flip up. It's sort of, you know, sort of solidly on, so I just have to pop off like so. And you see there's actually really nice print detail on the head. You can see she's sort of wearing like, you know, balaclava with like some radios on, and sort of around the back you've got some texture with some print detailing too. And I like also the print detailing on the side of the space logo there as well. So yeah, very impressive minifigure. So that's a good look at the Series 26 space minifigures then. So I think LEGO have done a really good job with this series. It's you know, quite strong, not really many sort of would say weak characters. There's a you know, good diversity of the characters. You know, you've got like sort of more nostalgic themes in there, and then also new concepts as well. So there's something for everyone, I'd say. And probably my favourites of the series. I think many people will probably agree that it's good to get another coloured space baby. And then just because I you know, have a nostalgia for Ice Planet as I grew up with that, I am quite you know, impressed in this Ice Planet minifigure here. And you know, it's sort of grown on me as I've seen you know, underneath it's more faithful than I thought it was. But maybe even getting towards one of my most favourite is this actually Orion figure. So just something like totally different. I like sort of, you know, you don't see very many sort of transparent minifigures and sort of that glitter effect. And the shield looks stunning with, you know, the Orion constellation on it, and you know, just where it's transparent as well. So that's something quite different I really like. And I'm sure like many of you might, you know, like if you grew up with like say Blacktron or you know M-Tron, they might be your favourites. But let me know in the comments below what your favourite minifigs of this series. And it's been quite nice to you know, share this a look at these minifigures in detail early with you. I just got lucky on this occasion. And yeah, if you could consider liking and subscribing, that would be much appreciated. You know, we're going to keep different things coming up on the channel. I think I've mentioned before, we've got a few trips lined up coming up soon. And then also I'm building a few different sets and trying to start a Lego city you know, in the loft that I've you know, sort of got converted sort of earlier in the year. So yeah, stay tuned for all that, and very much appreciate you coming by to watch this video, and hope we see you again in the future. Bye.